Hello everybody, just want to go ahead and welcome you to the Scrappin Queens of 2013 March spring cleaning using what you've got. Hop. Welcome. First of all, I'd like to go ahead and thank the three people that are hosting this event. That is StapleM1, who is Markisha, Scrapassion01, who is Betty, and Scrapdaworld, who is Timka. Thank you three ladies for having hosting such a wonderful event, and I'm so glad that I was able to be invited to participate. So thank you very, very much. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and let everyone know who is watching this video. If you haven't started at the beginning, go back to the beginning and start with StapleM1's video, who is Markisha. And if you're here and you went through all of them, then we'll go ahead and get started. What you had to do was go ahead and use things that you had on hand, and I will go ahead and show you what I created. I created and was inspired. Let me go ahead and just move my signs real quick. I was inspired by Miss Liberty 25, I believe. She did some hot air balloons, and I really liked hers, and so I went ahead and did that. There was another lady who also I looked at hers, and I'll go ahead and leave her link below, but I was truly inspired by Miss Liberty 25. And I had everything on hand. I'll go ahead and tell you what I used, and this is a mini hot air balloon mini pincushion using the Magnolia Princess Tilda, which I so love. And so if you kind of see, it is reversible. And this is also, if you wanted to go ahead and hang it up, you can put some ribbon here and hang it up and use it as a hot air balloon. So real excited about that. I was very pleased with the way it turned out. And if you want to win this, all you need to do is leave a comment below and leave a comment on all 10 ladies who are doing the hop, the Scrappin Queens of 2013 March hop. Leave a comment on each and subscribe to each 10 ladies. So those are the two things, and my winner will be drawn and you will receive this mini pincushion. So I'll go ahead and kind of tell you how I did this. First of all, I used a variety of things that I've had on hand. This is my favorite stamped. I use this stamped image, which is the Magnolia Tilda, Princess Tilda, out of the Princess Collection. You can purchase these stamps for I think maybe they have a variety of prices. eBay, Simon Says Stamp, 7 Kids College Fund, Uzak, and or Marker Pop. A lot of places carry these stamps, but this is one of my favorite stamps, and I stamped her with Memento Tuxedo Black ink on Georgia Pacific 110 cardstock, which you find in the office section of Walmart for $5, for $4.59 or something like that, almost $5. And then I Copic colored her, and on the one that I have completed, I used Stardust stickles, and sometimes I use Studio G glitter glue, and this is 99 cents, and this is a little bit more expensive, but if you use your 50% off coupon, it comes about to 99 cents as well. So I have those, and this was actually gifted to me from Marla H, so thank you, Marla. I used these straws, and these actually came from Michael's, which were $1 out of the impulse bin, and I bought those last year, and I've been hanging on to them. I used some kitchen skewers that I use for cake making. Blue flowers that were 50 cents that I've had for a couple months, and I just went ahead and used them. These little mini lanterns, which I've had on hand for like ever, and some kitchen twine, some fiberfill, which for those who don't know what fiberfill, it's the stuffing for stuffed animals or plushies. You just pick this up from the craft section in a big bag called fiberfill. So, and then I also used some white satin fabric, and it's got a shiny side and a dull side, and you can use probably about a 6.5 or 7 by 7 square, and I will go ahead, and then I also used some lace or some trim, beautiful trim that was gifted to me. So I didn't have to buy anything at all, and then of course I used hot glue. And then I use some other embellishments. But just to go ahead and do a quick tutorial of how this is done. you paint 2 or 3 coats of the acrylic paint over your terracotta pot. Then you take your fabric, you put the fiber fill in there, and because I did not have rubber bands, because you can do this with rubber bands, you just take your twine and you just make a ball like this and cut off the edges, which gives you a ball like this. Very easy. Then you go ahead and you can put a glass stone in there if you choose to give it some weight, but these are kind of heavy, so I didn't. Then you can play with this to give it a nice little puffy look. So that's your pin cushion. You can also sometimes fill those with walnut seeds. I just use fiber fill because, you know, I do. Prior to decorating or to hot gluing everything, usually I decorate my little pot and or my paper lantern prior to. So where the seam is, see if you can just see, I usually take my image, which is over here now, take the image, I slide this back, the fiber fill, slide the image, oh, first of all I hot glue the heads together, and then after they're colored and stickled, the stickles are dry, and then I put the 2 images, and then I put it to where the image is like, it looks like she's sitting in a basket, and then I hot glue that down. Hot glue this side down, so that is like that. Okay, so we have it like that. Then what I do, I'm going to try to do this one I did. Next step, you take your paper straws, you put the skewers in it, like that. Reason why you do this is because you need, once you start trying to adjust them, sometimes the paper straws bend, and you don't want that. Nope, don't want that. So what you do is you just slide this in there, like so, to give your hot air balloon a support. You stick this one in here, you just slide that over. And then you can hot glue those to the side, just put hot glue here, and hot glue, you pull this over and hot glue that in there, right there. So that's hot glued. Okay, so you got that. Then, there's a big side and a small side to your paper lantern, and these are very fragile. They will tear, so be very gentle. So you just slide those in there as so. And remember, these are hot glued in, so. And then you just hot glue the bases to there, and on the inside you hot glue the straws to the metal supports. Do you see that? Okay. And then of course you decorate it. You can decorate the paper lantern prior to or after. So very easy, very quick tutorial, and this is how mine came out. I embellished it with these acrylic little trim that I received from Natalia, who is my paper, my passion for paper, I believe that's her name. She's got a Zibbet store, and she gifted me that and then these felt back pearls. So, like I said, for the pincushion, you can either hang it up and or you can just leave it on your desk. So this is what the winner will receive, and I hope you liked my quick tutorial. And again, thank you for watching, and please go to all 10 ladies, subscribe, leave a comment, and you will be eligible. So thanks for watching, and for joining us on the Scrapassion Queens of 2013 March Spring Cleaning Using What You Got Hop. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.